welcome back to Simper Adventure. In today's video, I just wanted to talk about driving in Japan. When we first moved here, we learned that the drivers drove on the left side of the road. I also call that the wrong side of the road, but it's not wrong. It's just not the side we're used to. It was terrifying. Instead of seeing my face the entire time, I figured I would take a drive down a local road here so you can see what it's like driving in Japan down some of the little side roads that look like alleys, and then like kind of through the local neighborhoods, and also down what I would call a main road or numbered road, so you can get an idea what it is like to drive here. Instead of seeing my face, I thought it might be interesting for you guys to see some of the local roads. And don't worry, I was not video while driving. I was my daughter did that for me the other day, so let's get on to it. The roads are not very wide, and you can see all of the power lines next to the roads, as well as the walls that block off the yards of the houses. This is a two-way road. You can expect to meet some people on there, and you will see it throughout the video that you kind of just pull off to the side and you let the other person go because you're both not going to fit. Here we have the military or sofa status, mostly by what we call island beaters. These island beaters are just older cars. Mine is a 2010, and that's kind of the newer cars you're going to get here is like a 2010. So you're just gonna drive an older small car. They're so cute. All the local cars here are like pink and green and purple. Things that you would not see in the United States at all. And most of these cars, I don't think I've ever seen in the United States. Even the Honda Odyssey here is not like the Honda Odyssey back in the States. It has doors that open traditionally in the back, and like they don't have sliding doors like our minivans do, but a lot of the cars here do have sliding doors because the wind will grab your doors and you will ding the door next to you on the next car. So island beaters are not like super spiffy nice cars. I know a lot of the younger Marines will get louder Skylines and stuff like that, but for the most part, our families are buying $1,000 or $2,000 vehicles, paying cash, and then you insure it. So it's, oh, you'll have to note the cars on the side of the road too. In Okinawa, you also will see if you get a phone call, you just stop kind of in the middle of the road, pull over as far as you can, put your flashers on, and that is that's how you take a phone call here. And so if you're following behind a local, you can expect for them to randomly just stop in the middle of the road to take their phone call. They'll put the flashers on. Also, you're kind of expected to give way to people. They will just pull out in front of you. They'll put their flashers on and say, oh, thank you. Like that's their way of saying thank you. The flasher buttons here like don't even have the triangle on it anymore because they are used so much. Also, being on the wrong side of the road or the left side of the road, it's challenging when you first start. Like you want to turn out and, you know, go on the right side of the road, and you will notice that you're going down the wrong side of the road for Japanese standards. It's a challenge, and especially when you are somewhere you have never been before. When I first started driving, I had to sit on my left hand, so I would not turn the flashers on nonstop. Oh, this, you'll see this here. A lot of these roads, you will turn down and then they just dead end. Like, that's a cul-de-sac. You don't know it till you get up there, so you will see in this video lots of random turning around. I haven't been down all these roads before, but just for the sake of the video, I wanted to show it. A lot of these corners are super tight. Yep, oh, nope, that's dead end. Yep, back it on up. So it's kind of interesting driving here. When you think you're going to cut through a neighborhood, suddenly the road will cut sharp left and you will end up somewhere you were not expecting. So it kind of cracks me up driving through here. I stick to the main roads for the most part, but as you know, some of the military families here live out in town as well. So sometimes you're back in those neighborhoods going to visit a friend or to pick up something that you bought online. Back to the driving on the left side of the road. So if you are driving, it still happens to me. I've been here 7 months driving. I have to sit on my left hand to keep me from using the windshield wipers, which they also call the Okie wave, because you accidentally turn it on instead of your signal. Signal's on the right side, windshield wipers on the left, which is the opposite of American cars. And then I have to say, when I make my turn, me is middle, me is middle, me is middle, so I can make sure that I am in the middle of the road and not on the right side shoulder of the road. This next intersection you see is like a bigger road. It is a numbered road. So you can tell once you make the turn, there's a stoplight there. And there we go. Here's the stoplight. Okay. So you can see it's a much bigger road. And there's a line in the middle, so you can clearly see that it goes further, the speed limit's higher, and there is much more room for passing. A lot of these Okie cars, you will see scrapes down the side of them from where people have hit walls in these little neighborhoods, or, cement pillars or whatever. We don't have those sensors like American cars do. American cars, I've learned, make you quite dumb because they do everything except drive for you. Sometimes they even do that. Also, here on Okinawa, there is no public transportation like trains except for buses for the most part. There is one train down in Naha, but for the most part, your buses are your public transportation, and you must give right of way to that public transportation. So if you are driving up a road and a bus wants to come out, you will expect a bus to pull out in front of you at any given time. They do have that right of way. It will be your fault. Also, elderly drivers and new drivers have stickers on their cars to show you that they are new drivers. If you are in an accident with one of these new drivers, the fault is yours. If they run through a red light, it is your fault. You did not stop for them. It is just one of those things here that are different than the United States. The fault is yours. So you just really have to be cautious when you're driving, because people will pull out in front of you, put their signals on. To the most part, these drivers here are very courteous. They are going to let you out if you're in a parking lot trying to come out on the road. They will give you a quick bow to say thank you when you have let them out. There was another dead end there. Gotta love those dead ends. It's just really, really slow here. It's about 9 miles from our base to Foster, and that 9 miles can take 45 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. Just depending. If we take the expressway, which is $3 each way, then it will take about 35 minutes on a good traffic day, or up to 50 minutes even on the expressway on a bad traffic day. It does save time, but it is $3 each way. Oh, look, there's another dead end. They are pretty prevalent here. Driving here is not bad. It is second nature to me now. I don't really pay attention anymore, but I still find myself when I'm flustered, I'm in a new place, there's lots of traffic, your brain goes back to muscle memory, and you will go back to trying to put your signal on the wrong side, getting in the wrong side of the car. If you get in the wrong side of the car and there's people around, you just dig through the glove box like you were looking for something so you don't look completely ridiculous. It still happens. 7 months later, we do get on the wrong side. We came back from the States, and we were still not, we did okay coming back, even though we were there for 3 weeks driving in, American roads. I just want to show this point, looking in the mirror. you'll see how close this turn is. And this is pretty standard here. Oh, yep. Oh, there you go. Now look in the mirror. See how close that is? That's how cars get scraped here. So I hope you have enjoyed my little drive down these Japanese roads, and I hope to see your comments in the inbox. If you have any questions, let me know. I just thought this was a fun way to check out our roads and driving here. Until next time from Semper Adventure.